It's a sprint to the finish. The end is very much in sight, and with 3 teams locked in relegation battle, the penultimate round of the Meiji Yasuda J1 League starts right now on the J1 League Goal Zone. Relegation candidates Shimizu on the road to play Urawa, and a big tug of relegation war in Shonan between Belmare and Tokushima. At the opposite end of the table, an important battle for second place as Kobe played host to the Marinos. Consadole's woes had continued after they failed to win their 5th game in a row last week. Their season is petering out somewhat, with them finishing safely in mid-table, but they certainly wanted to end their home campaign on a high when they hosted Kashiwa, who arrived with back-to-back clean sheets. Andy Bodfish has your commentary.
Takamine very lax in the middle of the park there. Second foot in to deny Mihara. Now there's room for Chanatip. Tusic! Oh yes! What a finish! Pretty much his first touch of the match, that. That's the way to announce yourself. Super strike. It's his first J1 goal on his 4th start. He's been off the bench 6 times for Consadole Sapporo. This is why there's a lot of excitement around this player. A chance for number 2. Long ball forwards. It caught Kashiwa Reysol out. And Tsuyoshi Ogashiwa has doubled Sapporo's money. It was very straightforward. Clever ball with the outside of the boot there. Punted in behind that last defender. 2 assists for Chanatip Songkrasin. And it is a tidy finish. Mateus helps it on to Cristiano. Deflection, it's in at the near post. We have got a game on. Great riposte from Kashiwa Reysol. Cristiano in for his 7th goal of the season. It was the Brazilian combination, and after the concession of that 2nd goal, it took Kashiwa Reysol less than 2 minutes to hit back. Layoff from Matthias, no nonsense finishing this from Cristiano, although the Tanaka's a little unlucky, isn't he? Sapporo getting forward well in the first half. Oh, must be, and is Tusic again. Delightfully worked move in the opening exchanges of this second half. Chanatip Songkrasin with the crucial touch, left completely unmonitored inside the Kashiwa Reysol penalty box. The little layoff which enabled the ball to be cut back here to Milan Tusic for his 2nd goal of the match. Kaneko still going. Is there the chance for a cross? No, they're going to be conservative, keep possession. But the hard work had already been done thanks to the 2 goals from Tusic. Sapporo sign off J1 2021 with a home win 3-1 against Kashiwa Reysol.
Another side hoping to finish positively in their last home game, Kashima, were on a 4-game unbeaten run and would fancy their chances against a Sagan side that hadn't won in their last 4 on the road. And the smart money was on that run to continue after only 13 minutes. A good cross from Uzumi found Ayase Ueda at the far post, and that's Kashima 1-0 up. Barely 10 minutes later, and Ueda had a great chance for his 2nd goal of the game. Unfortunately for him, as he tried to lob the keeper, his touch was a tad too heavy. It was all Kashima in the early going, and it was all Ayase Ueda, this time though denied by Park Il-gu in goal. 6 minutes before the break, and predictably it was Ueda involved again, this time meeting a superb cross from Ryotaro Araki, his header though well saved once again by Park. Kashima's 41st minute corner headed clear, falling into the path of Keigo Tsunamoto. Beautiful technique on the volley and not far off the target. The only move worth speaking about for Sagan Tosu came in the 94th minute. Ryonosuke Sagara's cross, Keita Yamashita with the header, but not too difficult for the goalkeeper, and this one ends 1-0 to the home team. Only 2 losses in their last 13 matches. Urawa were on a strong finish to their 2021 campaign, unbeaten in their last 7 home games, with 6 of those ending in victory. That meant big trouble for a Shimizu side fighting to avoid relegation. It took more than 36 minutes for a highlight worthy of showing you, and it wasn't even a shot on target. Atsuki Ito, inches wide. But just seconds before the half-time break, Yuito Suzuki provided the moment of the first half, weaving his way in from the right-hand side, and a decent left-footed shot palmed away by Shusako Nishikawa. Into the second half now, and Nishikawa involved again, this time supplying Thiago Santana, who takes a moment to get his body shape right. Saved by Nishikawa. Nishikawa then seemingly in very good form, but he got this corner all wrong, misjudging the flight, only getting a couple of fists to it, but that didn't stop the ball connecting with the back post, and Urawa can count themselves lucky. Still no goals here in the 94th minute. It would take something special to separate these two sides, and it came from Keita Nakamura. Even with the championship already wrapped up, Kawasaki still had something else to play for, an unbeaten home season. The visiting Gamba side had gone 3 unbeaten on the road, but it would be no doubt an uphill task to crack the fortress that is Frontale at home. Here's Shazadha.
He just seemed to be in 2 minds there, Rio Hatate. There's Noborizato, now Marcinho. Just getting into it now, slowly, aren't they? Miki Amane, cross to force the box! That's a smart finish from Leandro Damião, who continues that hot streak of his. He got 2 goals in the last game. That's now 4 in the last 3. And that is a lovely worked goal. Look at this, Yamane, spotted by Marcinho. Just fired that across the face of the box, clearly onside for Damião. And that is a nice, cool finish from the Brazilian. Surging forward again, here's Akihiro Ianaga. Puts a good ball into the box. That should be goal number 2, it is! Just looking across Rio Hatate, it looked like the opportunity was gone, but they are clearly enjoying themselves. That's his 5th of the season for Rio Hatate. Akihiro Ianaga floating that ball in. It's a delightful ball. Marcinho doing so well. Seemed to have taken the harder option there, Hatate with his head. Marcinho, that looked a bit of an awkward finish from Hatate. He's not going to care. All that matters is it's 2-0 inside the first 10 minutes. Usami, he's through here perhaps. He's done really well, Usami! Oh, what a brilliant individual goal that is! He just carved his way through the side. Usami, who's not had the greatest of seasons, who's just had 200 league appearances in J1, has just scored his 6th goal of the season. But look at this, brilliant work from Usami. Patrick with a nice little back flick. Just got his way through Taniguchi. It's a cool digged finish from him. He's rolling back the years here, Takashi Usami. That's disappointing from the best side in Japan defensively. Overlapping run by Yamane. Great goal! It comes off. Damião's right place at the right time. They waited for that bombing run from Miki Yamane, who's been excellent as always down that right-hand side. It's another goal for their hotshot striker. Now let's see
how he reacted to that. Was that intentional from him? He's not going to care, of course. Look at that run. Right place at the right time, wasn't he? Leandro Damião, he did enough to get in front of Suganuma, just using his body there. Free header, and it's another goal. And it's now turning into a big win here. Well, that was far too easy, really. He is not going to complain. Shintaro Kurumaya, he just doesn't score many at all. And so that is a real rarity for the 29-year-old. Absolute delight for him. And it's a great way to finish this game. Kawasaki Frontale started well and ended well. There was a bit of a fight back from Gamba Osaka, but in the end the quality showed through. The final score was Kawasaki Frontale 4, Gamba Osaka 1.
Tokushima entered this contest in the final relegation spot, but just 3 points back of Shonan and Shimizu. One of those three teams will spend next season in J2, but Shonan Bellmare could guarantee their survival if they could come out on top at home to Tokushima. It was heavy going for them in the first half hour. Wellington with the first shot of any kind of impact, stopped though by Kami Fukumoto. That in turn seemed to wake Vortis up. What followed here was an unseemly scramble. Ultimately, Kosei Tane managed to gather the ball and it remained goalless. That was until the 66th minute. A beautiful floated corner finds Taisei Miyashiro. He hits it superbly. The goalkeeper stops it, but Takeru Kashimoto's on hand to put Vortis 1 up. 3 minutes from time and they came within centimetres of getting a second. Koki Sugimori picking up the loose ball at the edge of the box and curling that one just wide of the far post. Tokushima with a precious 3 points then to keep their J1 dream alive. So Tokushima's win sends the relegation battle down to the final day of the season. When we come back, find out how the race for the final AFC Champions League spot played out. J1 League Goal Zone keeping you entertained with all the highlights from the penultimate round of Japan's top division. Two teams still in contention for the final AFC Champions League berth. Let's see how they fared in Osaka and Kobe. Nagoya arrived in Osaka having lost just one of their last 5 on the road. Confidence would be high in the Grampus camp, having been unbeaten in their last 4. But Cerezo had intentions of their own, hoping to give the J1 record scorer Yoshito Okubo a big home send-off as he's set to retire at the end of the season. Here's Reece Roshan Rai.
Kiyotake, time to get his head up and pick out a pass, and it's gone all the way through to Okubo. What a chance for Okubo. Get his 192nd J1 goal there. He's playing on the shoulder of the central defender. Attempted clearance from Kim Min-tae. Just fell to him, Okubo. Being a bit disappointed with himself. Oh, that's a delightful goal! Yoichiro Kakitani! What a way to open the scoring! His 5th of the season. And I just held my breath there as it fell to him. Was headed on by Yamasaki, and initially Shinosuke Nakatani was looking for that shot as it fell into him. The ball was bubbling around in the box. Have a look at this pure class from a genius against his former club. What a goal. Marashi swings this one in. It's come back out to Fujita! What a strike from Naoyuki Fujita on his left foot on this occasion. It's come back off the crossbar and into goal off Mitch Langerak. I think That's going to be credited as an own goal. He's unfortunate, the Australian. Doesn't know much about that. Mitch Langerak. It's just come off the crossbar onto the back of his head and into the back of the net. And Cerezo have gotten the goal that they've deserved in this match. They're back on level terms. Fujita with supreme technique once again. Cross swung in, and they've gotten their second goal through Yuya Nishio. It's his second of the campaign, and just look at what it means to the Cerezo Osaka players. They absolutely deserve this lead. They've beat the better side. They've threatened from set pieces. They've created several good quality opportunities, only to have been thwarted by Mitch Langerak, who has been in supreme form, but even he can't stop that from close range. Nagoya haven't done their part here, and in fact, they are under pressure as Kashima Antlers are leading over Sagan Tosu by a goal to nil. And if it stays this way, Kashima Antlers will indeed go into fourth position with that win. A spectacular effort from Yoichiro Kakitani, perhaps the goal of the week, opening the scoring in the 67th minute, but it wasn't enough as Cerezo pulled two back and take this one 2-1.
Vissel Kobe still had second place in their sights, and they'd have to beat Yokohama to keep that hope alive and send it into the final day of the season. The hosts had been unbeaten in 6, and the Mariners would have to pull out all the stops to hold on to their position in the table.
Threaded forward nicely. The touch on there, and it's a dangerous one, and it's going to be in a goal. Daisen Miaida was sniffing around, looking for an opportunity, and once again, it's a high-energy approach, but one that has already paid off several times today. And it was this aggression from Maeda, getting in behind the defenders. But Marlon will be disappointed with the way that he and his goalkeeper left it to each other to tidy that up. Maeda took advantage of the confusion, and the visitors are a goal to the good. Sampa offers him a little run short, but it goes well over his head. Oh, what a strike that was from Gotoku Sake. What a goal that would have been. It cannons back off the woodwork. My goodness, what an effort that was. Sampa's up there, makes a little run. It's a shot from Atsuse in the end, palmed away for a corner. A little bit of pressure for Yokohama to deal with in the first 10 minutes of this first half. But quickly regained now, and an opportunity for Yokohama with some space. The overlap on that far side of the field. Koiki, can he clip the ball in on the edge of the box here? Left-footed strike. What an effort that was. The goalkeeper got a hand to it, but this one puts it all beyond doubt. It's Teruhito Nakagawa. The substitute has put Yokohama 2 up, and with a little under 8 minutes left, surely now that means that Yokohama F. Marinos have secured their position, directly qualifying for the AFC Champions League, locking up second spot. Lincoln looks to thread it through. Goalkeeper will have to backtrack all the way over there on the far side. Iniesta couldn't get any power behind that, and the referee has seen enough. At the Noevia Stadium in Kobe, it's Vissel Kobe 0, Yokohama F. Marinos 2.
Sanfrecce and Tokyo had both struggled for form at the tail end of the season. The hosts were without a win in their last 4, while Tokyo had lost 5 of their last 6. Both sides would be eager for some points in the penultimate round. The breakthrough came in the 12th minute. This corner missing everybody except Tsukasa Shiotari at the far post, who volleys this one home to put Sanfrecce 1 up. And it stayed that way until just before the hour mark. Indecisive defending, unable to deal with Keigo Higashi's ball into the box. Dialton is the one who gets there first, and we're all tied up. Barely 5 minutes left of the 90, and Tomoyo Fuji's cross, or is it a shot? Nearly embarrassed the goalkeeper. Masato Morishige heads that one away. Seconds later, and your prime candidate for goal of the weekend, Kazuya Kono, checks inside and with a beautiful left-footed strike finds the top corner, securing all 3 points for the visitors. With their fate already sealed and consigned to J2 football next season, Vergalta would hope to bow out on a high note in their final 2 matches. Avispa had enjoyed a successful return to the top flight, and with them on a 4-match unbeaten run, it would be tough to envisage an away victory. And it got tougher midway through the first half. Geordie Crew dipping in from the left-hand side, and that goal of the week competition just got a whole lot tougher to judge. The home team were looking for a second just 3 minutes later. Naoki Waco gains possession, he finds Jogo at the far post, but denied brilliantly by Jakub Sloik, who scrambles across his goal mouth. 4 minutes into the second half, and Vergalta are queuing up at the far post from the corner. Ryoma Kida gets there first, and it's 1-1. And it was a 64th minute corner that put Vergalta ahead. Kida doing the damage again with his right foot. You can't just score from corners though, you have to defend them as well. Mia jumps highest, but a replay shows he had his hand on the defender's shoulder to elevate himself in order to get his head to the ball. Goal disallowed. But they would find that equaliser in the 87th minute. Again, a far post header doing the damage. It falls into the path of Takeshi Kanamori. His header comes back off the crossbar, but he was able to make sure with the second chance. This one finishes 2-2. Here were another 2 sides due to ply their trade in J2 next season. Only pride was at stake as Oita and Yokohama met. The pair had struggled in front of goal for the majority of the campaign, but with nothing else to lose in this contest, they'd be going all guns a-blazing in this one. Only 4 minutes in and Yokohama steal the ball just outside the penalty area. Kazuma Watanabe's shot is saved. Takuya Matsura on the rebound, cleared off the line by Pereira. But just 4 minutes later, Oita's Naoki Nomura gets to the byline, pulls it back, and Yamato Machida jumps on that for the first goal of the game. A comedic moment made it 2-0 in the 27th minute. Hideto Takahashi placing it beautifully past his own goalkeeper. Into the second half now, and Oita looking for a third. Nomura on his left foot, striking the upright. And the woodwork would play a part in the 79th minute. Yusuke Matsuo finding Ryo Herman, his shot hitting the post. Yokohama defeated for the 22nd time this season. Round 37 results then. Kashima got the better of Sagan with a 1-0 win, and Shimizu kept their J1 hopes alive with a late goal in Urawa. Kawasaki rolled over Gamba 4-1 at home. Vortis with a huge win on the road against Shonan to keep them afloat for one more match. Nagoya fell to Cerezo in Osaka, while the Marinos beat Vissel by 2 goals in Kobe. 28 wins now to their tally, and Kawasaki will end the 2021 campaign undefeated at home. A clutch performance by the Marinos to seal their position in second, while Kobe clinched third and claimed the final AFC Champions League berth after Nagoya took a loss in this round. To the bottom of the table, Tokushima ensured the relegation battle would go right down to the final day after pulling off a win. 3 teams on the chopping block then. They will have it all to do in the final round of matches to keep themselves in the top flight. 900 goals so far, and with one more round to go, who will bag top scorer honours? As Daisen Maeda and Leandro Damião are tied on 22 goals each. There's only one way to find out. We'll see you for the final time on the J1 League Goal Zone as we close out the season. I'm Steve Dawson. We'll see you next time.
อย่าลืมไลค์และ Subscribe นะครับ
Like, subscribe, push notification.
Like, subscribe, push notification